We begin with President Donald Trump's sweeping tax and spending bill, which has passed the House and now faces the Senate. Senate Majority Leader John Thune has laid out an ambitious timeline. He wants the bill passed and on the president's desk by July 4th. He says they are on track to meet that goal. However, the Senate remains closely divided. One key point of contention is Medicaid. A group of Republican senators, particularly from states heavily reliant on the program, have raised concerns about proposed changes. West Virginia Senator Shelley Moore Capito reports hearing serious concern from constituents in her state. Similarly, Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri has expressed strong opposition to any cuts to Medicaid. He has publicly stated that reducing Medicaid funding would be morally wrong and politically suicidal. Meanwhile, other senators are pushing for deeper cuts across the board. One senator remarked, "We need to pass something because we need to remove the tax cuts." On the fiscal side, some senators are threatening to vote no due to concerns over the national deficit. House Speaker Mike Johnson insists the bill does not increase the deficit, but Senator Rand Paul remains skeptical. He opposes a provision in the bill that raises the debt ceiling, saying, "You can say it doesn't directly add to the debt, but if you increase the ceiling by $5 trillion, you'll reach it. And what it does is push the problem off the burner for another year or two. I think it's a terrible idea." Senators are also contending with the political optics of the bill. For example, Maine Senator Susan Collins expressed concern about the potential impact on low-income families and rural hospitals. She emphasized that both could suffer if cuts to Medicaid go forward. The bill's potential impact on programs such as SNAP, food stamps, and rural health care remains under intense scrutiny. Several senators want to ensure that any reductions do not harm the vulnerable populations in their states. President Trump is working overtime to rally support. He has made personal phone calls to hesitant senators, including Senator Hawley and Senator Paul, urging them to support the bill. A recent post by Senator Hawley mentioned a call with the president, where Trump reportedly said there would be no Medicaid benefit cuts. However, it remains unclear if that assurance has changed any votes. The bill also faces pressure from external conservative groups. The Club for Growth has already released targeted political ads aimed at senators like Lisa Murkowski and Kevin Cramer, urging them not to oppose the bill. Behind the scenes, the Senate is moving fast. Republicans are meeting regularly, and multiple committees are preparing their portions of the bill. Although no formal markups are expected, senators like Ron Johnson and Rick Scott have shifted their tone, signaling that while they still have deficit concerns, they want the bill to pass. The strategy now appears to be speed. Senate leadership believes that dragging the process out could cost them crucial support. Majority Leader Thune has reportedly told colleagues he wants the bill brought to the floor the week of June 23 and passed by the Independence Day recess. Former New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu weighed in, explaining that many states receive 90% of Medicaid funding from the federal government under expanded Medicaid. Returning to a 50-50 model, or granting states more flexibility through block grants, could reduce federal spending without eliminating services. He emphasized that letting states decide how to allocate funds, whether for food assistance, hospital support, or medication access, would improve efficiency and save money. According to Sununu, the goal isn't to cut access, but to cut federal bureaucracy and waste. He stated, "It's a state-run program using federal dollars. Let the states run it." He also defended the idea that tough decisions on entitlement reform must be made, arguing that avoiding action on Medicaid sends a dangerous signal about Washington's ability to manage Social Security and other major programs responsibly. To recap, President Trump's tax and spending bill has passed the House and is now in the Senate. Senate Republicans aim to pass it by July 4th, despite internal divisions. Key concerns include cuts to Medicaid, the deficit, and the debt ceiling. Trump is personally calling senators to secure votes. Political ads and grassroots pressure are escalating. Senate leaders are pushing hard to move quickly. We'll continue to monitor developments as this critical legislation advances through Congress. Bellhop bell emoji, and if you're finding this coverage informative, please subscribe to our channel for ongoing updates on this and other major stories shaping our nation. Your support helps us bring you clear, reliable news when it matters most. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, and we'll see you in the next report.